Do you wanna use Fusion 360 to its full potential? And do you like to increase the efficiency of using it? Fusion got everything you need. How about you? You got everything you need to use it? Welcome back to another tutorial. In this, we're going to explore top 10 tips in Fusion 360 that you should know. Buckle up, do what you got to do, get your coffee, whatever, but dive into this thing. Let's get started. The tips included in this video are for beginner and for professional too. So there we go. Tip number 10. Secondary measurement. Most of us ever since we started using 3D modeling software might have faced issues in converting dimensions. Let's say you want to measure dimension for the entire component in metric system. Meanwhile, your dealer for manufacturing it may not be used to that. We sometimes might have converted using calculators, but Fusion don't need that. Here's how it works. Under Inspect dropdown, select Measure. Select the two faces which are adjacent to the spring, that is free length. Thus the distance between them is 155 mm. If you observe here, we have secondary units in Measure. Just expand it and choose the unit you want it to be converted. It shows you the converted value inside the parenthesis. I just love that. Similarly, you can do it for any kind of measurement. Moving on, tip number 9. Editing and exporting the expression. This is especially for manufacturing guys. If you edit the operation inside of setup under passes, we're having a bunch of passing options. We can edit them. Oh, you may think that even I can do this. But the cool thing is we can edit the expression underneath it. Let's see how. Hold the cursor to the parameter you wanna change. Just right click on it and then choose edit expression. Notice that the expression in this case is tool diameter times 0.1. I wanna change it to 0.25. Observe that the value changed accordingly. Similarly, you can do the same for all these parameters here. For this, I want tool overall length to be divided by 8. And make them default. Now, if you reset them, the value won't change because it's set to default. But there is another way to revert them back by selecting reset to built-in default. Notice that this value was built-in expression. Edit the expression and convert it to 0.2 times. Maybe this is known to all, maybe few. But do you know that we can export these defaults and we can import them when required? Sounds good, isn't it? Let's see how that happens. Under Manage, select Export Default. Within the default set, choose desired location you want to save them. Now, this is another project. We'll be importing our defaults from the location saved few moments ago. And there we go. Let's check whether the defaults were imported correctly or not. Perfect. We can change this to built-in defaults if we wish to. This is really cool feature for manufacturers who specially modify expressions. Tip number 8. Adding comments. Hey, this is very handy that everyone must use. If you notice here, there are two fillets on the top side. Let me select them and capture it. Let's add comment of that fillet radii or whatever you want and just post it. Anyone who receives this document will know that they have to pay attention there. For manufacturers, we can delete them and we could know that there was a fillet when we switch to manufacturing. Just love learning new things. Proceeding forward. Tip number 7. Linking parameter. Let's quickly draw a sketch and dimension it. For example, maybe a circle in here and I just want this circle linked to this. Not by center but by parameter driving it. D on the keyboard, select the circle and place it in space. Now, if you select the fillet radius in here, it just links to that dimension assigned. Let's add 1 to it. 10 plus 1, which is 11. Any changes you make to this parameter reflects back to the linked one. It's a good way to link parameters, but don't miss it. Here comes tip number 6. Selecting same diameter. This is a very handy tool for drilling operation. Select everything you got to do for drilling. Set tool heights, wrap it out, etc. But for geometry, select one hole in here and enable select same diameter. Fusion detects all the holes with same diameter automatically and generates the tool path accordingly. Let's simulate the tool path. This is fantastic. Moving on to tip number 5. Deleting faces. This tip blows your mind, especially those who work with surfaces. Currently we are in solid modeling, and now select this face and hit that delete button. What I did in here is that it merged two faces, making a perfect corner. Let's do that again. Surfaces. Hit Ctrl Z. Now switch to surfaces and repeat deleting the face. It only deleted that face and converted entire body into a surface body. We can double check if we wanted to by carrying section analysis. There's no material inside of it, you can see. Let's revert back to 2 steps and carry on with the section analysis. Notice that there is material inside. You guys are awesome. Moving on, tip number 4. Modifying sheet size. Let's say I want to export top view drawing for this model. You can change the stand if you wish to and then go ahead. Oops, I just forgot to change the sheet size, but no worries. You can change the drawing workspace too. In the browser, expand sheet settings. Double click to open it and choose the desired sheet. Once you're done, Fusion will modify the sheet size for your drawing. You can make any further modifications. When you're ready, just export it. Tip number 3. Hiding inactive features. You might have faced this issue when you select a particular component and you activate it. It must show all the features associated with it, right? But in this scenario, it's showing all the features associated with the master file. We can show only associate features by selecting this gear icon in the bottom right corner and by checking hide all inactive features. Now you have the features only associated to the base component. O-walls, L-walls, perfect. Moving on to tip number 2. Edit in place. You may have imported components from different projects for assembling it. Every time you do this means that this component wasn't created in there, the real project which you are working on. In order to make modifications for linked components, you might be opening the component separately, but now there's no need to open it. You make modifications here in this project. I'm not lying. Here's how you can do that. Hold the mouse to the next component. You'll observe that an icon appears next to it. This is where all magic happens. Now select that edit in place. This brings a special environment where you can make edits without limits. In here, I just wanna get rid of this face. Just select it and hit delete key on the keyboard. I'd like to offset this face by 2 mm. Perfect. If you're done with your edits, you can hit finish in here. All changes will apply to the linked file as well as the current file. Thanks to Fusion team. Here comes the tip number 1. Drawing templates. For this tip, I don't want to explain it. I want to show it directly. Under file drop down inside new drawing, select new drawing template. A dialog box will pop up. Do not change the template that is from scratch. Rest of them you can change according to you. Hit OK. Now you're in drawing workspace. Select the base view and place it on the top left corner. Now project the base view. Perfect. Adjust them according to you. I would like to add another sheet for this drawing. In this sheet I want to add northeast isometric view. Check full length tangent edges and hit OK. Create another sheet. Observe now. I would like to create the drawing representing the animation. There is storyboard. Check full length tangent edges if you wish to. Then I'm gonna add parts list in this particular drawing. Create another sheet. For this I would like to add northwest isometric. Also, I would like to edit the title box. For that, right click by hovering the mouse over the title box and then select edit title block. Hit OK. This prompts you into the new title box editing workspace. I want to delete document status. Select it and press delete on the keyboard. Now trim this line by selecting trim tool in modify. Repeat the same procedure for document type 2. Perfect. This is what I wanted. Once you're done with editing, hit that finish button. Perfect. This is what I wanted. And now it's high time to save our template. I'm gonna name it as sample 1. Congratulations, you did the most hardest part. Now it's time to enjoy the feast. Create a drawing from design. Now the magic begins. Get ready for it. In template, select sample 1. Or you can browse to your desired location if you didn't find it here. It disables all the parameters because we've already defined them. Once done, hit OK. Fusion will create multiple drawing sheets according to the template you created. In here, you can modify further if you wish to. Let's increase the scale. In this case, 1:2. Adjust the position so that they do not overlap. The most exciting part is the storyboard sheet. It's stunning with parts list in it. You can still make modifications for this too. This is the sheet for which we modified title box. Let's increase the scale to 1:1. Awesome. Note that the storyboard represents all the parts positioned at the end of the storyboard. Copy how these transformed in space. We're going to apply sample 1 template for this. Observe that the end of the storyboard and this drawing sheet are same. You didn't know that? Now you know. If you already did, congrats! You're among us the elite few that are ripping through Fusion 360. Maybe not the elite few, but you know, I'm pumped for you. I'm glad you knew it. Use these tips that you don't know at all and make your life easy with Fusion 360. That's what I'm trying to do with you guys here. I'm trying to just help you out as best as I can. These are 10 tips that I love. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hit that like button if you liked this video. Subscribe if you aren't already. And folks, I will see you next week. Goodbye.